tonight's game didn't improve much, but it just shows that Brooklyn has shooters, and people are gonna have to watch out for that. That's all.
Brooklyn has shooters,
Yeah, Brooklyn has
but
shooters, bro.
Curry's the OG shooter, bro.
Yeah, Curry's the
He
OG
still
shooter,
has to
but
get red hot.
it don't matter like that. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Warriors are bad, but I don't think they're good.
I don't.
Like, I don't
I
think they're
think.
a great
I
team.
think everyone's overrating Brooklyn right now.
No, everyone's definitely overrating Brooklyn. I'm not saying they're not gonna have their struggles in the year. I'm not saying anything like
Like
that,
this
but
is
I'm
like
saying
some
that
Clipper squad.
nah, 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 no way. Paul George doesn't even compare to anybody in that. Like, you can't even put Paul George's name in the same sentence as Kyrie or fucking Kevin Durant.
Why you're saying
And
he's a superstar?
I'm saying Paul George is like
A
trash.
Siakam?
It's not even Paul George isn't even that right now. Like, Paul
I just
George
see him
is
in
like
highlights making bare jumpers.
who? Paul George
Yeah, all day in every
in
freaking highlight.
preseason. In preseason. In preseason, you miss him in the playoffs. He's missing every jumper and
I don't
getting
think he'll
jumpers
make it
shot
that
in his
far. I
face.
think he's gonna get injured.
He was. Yo, you keep saying that about everybody, bro. You keep saying that about everybody, bro.
I have some bets in place right now, beginning of the year.
Okay, I keep saying everyone's gonna get injured. I
Yeah.
would say, like, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. From what I seen today, it doesn't change my opinion on the Eastern Conference. From what I seen today, but what I know is that the Eastern Conference is Miami, right? Brooklyn, Boston will be there. Milwaukee, right? And then where the Warriors, based off what I seen today and what I thought from before today, I always thought Warriors would be a good team because they picked up Kelly Oubre and they have fucking Andrew Wiggins to go with Curry and Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson's not gonna play this year, so that's obviously not gonna, like, they're not championship contenders, or they're not a piece away. So, like, they couldn't flip their young guys and get somebody. Like, that's not, they're not good enough. I still think they should make a move to be more competitive this year. But
Right.
I feel like Warriors, like, they're a first round exit team no matter what, unless if they make a trade. Doesn't matter how good those young guys get over the year, right? Because they have the number 2 pick, that Wiseman kid. He's the center. He was starting tonight. Look, he was not really, like, he wasn't even. You couldn't even
It
see the
takes
boy.
time to build team chemistry too,
You couldn't
right?
even see the boy. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you that it does, right? But I also still think that even this team, like this Curry team, can be as good as like a Raptor team. Like, you get what I mean? Like, as good as a Raptor team, where they can overachieve, they can play great defense, blah 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 blah, and they have Curry that's like a superstar. So I know what you're trying to say. They could have a run or in them or some shit, but they don't, because the problem is that they don't have any offense that can score guaranteed except for Curry. Like as good as
For now,
Wiggins is,
for now, for now, that's all we know. That's
without
guaranteed,
any trades, yeah. And
right?
those, and if we, and I also think that those like Oubre and Wiggins won't take that leap during this season. Like, I don't think they can become that piece. They can be good defenders, they can be good knockdown shooters, but they can't be the none of those guys. Like, you don't just have a training camp for 1 week and then a preseason for 2 weeks and then
No,
come to the
I
regular season
agree. I
and
agree.
then by
I
All
think
Star break now you're.
it
But
takes
I
like
do
two
think,
months.
some of those guys will have games where they look like that. I do think some of those guys like Wiggins or Oubre or that center that they got, the rookie, like, they'll have games where it looks like, yo, against mediocre talent, against the Bucks. It's not the Bucks. Against teams like the Bobcats, or sorry, the fucking Hornets and shit. You know what I mean? Against team like that, against those type of teams, I think they'll those players will look like studs. But anytime
Yeah,
those players have to play
in
against the
front of
Lakers,
experienced team,
yeah,
experienced players,
anytime
experienced
they're gonna
coaches, they'll
yeah,
know.
that offense is gonna dry up. right? And their defense will never be good enough with a rookie and
I wouldn't.
Curry
Yeah,
on
like
at the
I
same
wouldn't.
time.
For now, I wouldn't trust. Like there was a year where Golden State made me a lot of money in games because I knew even if they were down by like 10, 20, I know they're gonna come up in the next 5 minutes because the roster was so strong, right? But now it's like I can't guarantee that with these guys. Like at a point when there was
Yeah, now that's
Miami,
the Lakers. Now that's the
yeah, when it was
Nets.
Miami Heat, right,
Now
with Dwayne
that's
Wade, LeBron, like you
yeah,
knew they'll come up by like 30,
that's
no
like
problem.
Milwaukee. There's certain teams that do it now, but it's not them no more.
No, no,
It's definitely not them no more.
no.
Their time is gone. And I mean, if Klay Thompson was playing, they would be better. They would be a threat. They'd be better if Klay Thompson was healthy. They would be better.
Yeah,
But until that point happens, they are what they are, bro. There's not much we can do. Like I wish they were better. I wish there was a much more competitive game tonight. Like great performances from
I think
Kyrie and from KD tonight. You know what I'm
who's
saying?
playing
That
on
was
Christmas Eve?
we'll check the schedule. I can pull it up in a second. So yeah,
Yeah,
man. I mean, Kyrie, KD, big nights tonight, bro.
yeah. The
Warriors didn't even have Draymond Green tonight. He was injured, I believe. So like they're in trouble this year, man. Like I think they'll beat. I think they might beat some teams that everyone thinks that they'll lose against, and have some nights where they look like that. But I mean, for the most part, I think Warriors are in trouble, bro. And I
mhm.
was, I was like, I like the moves they made. Like I was like, oh, they got Kelly Oubre. Oh, they got that center. It's a number two pick. Like maybe they can do something. But those guys ain't up to like Kelly can play with Curry, but the center can't play with Curry, and Wiggins can't play with Curry. They're just not good enough. Like they just that's just a disrespect to Curry. Like it's not that they can't because anybody can play with Curry, but I mean like if you're a fucking team that owns a team and you have Curry on the fucking roster and you pay him this much mills,
Mhm.
like you should put some better fucking players around him
Yeah, yeah.
because Wiggins ain't cutting it, and that's from fucking he's from Toronto, right? So and like and Curry's from around here too. Like he grew up around here, so like that Toronto Connect ain't working, bro. Switch it up. Get rid of that boy.
Who do the Raptors need to step up, man?
I would talk about the Raptors, but they didn't play tonight, so like
Right, right, right.
I'm gonna leave them off the list tonight, bro.
Is there
But yeah,
anything else you want to add to the Brooklyn? I mean, not Brooklyn. Fucking
uh, like I said, man, hats off to their shooters, bro. They got great shooters, man. Curry did his thing, man, 20 and 10 and shit. But I mean, it wasn't enough. That team has a lot of scorers. Warriors ain't that great on defense. That's all. But I mean, other than that, Lakers are looking bad right now. They down 20, bro. It's ring ceremony night. They just got the rings. Clippers probably don't like
they're
seeing that.
mad. They're mad.
Yeah. Clippers up 20 though. So I mean, we might not have to do a second video of Clippers up 20 right now. But yeah,
Damn,
Lakers
that
got
would have
their
been an early
rings.
cash out.
They released the rings on Instagram. So you guys can check out the Lakers ring on Instagram and all that shit. Uh yeah, bro. LeBron's barely playing it right now. It's mostly Anthony Davis is on the court, but like mostly uh, Kawhi Leonard and Ibaka right now, bro. They're bringing back that Raptor Connect, bro.
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna bring one Raptor back at a time, man.
Kyle Lowry's next
That's
at the trade
fucked.
deadline. At the trade deadline,
Yeah, yeah.
if Kawhi does that shit, he's a bitch. I already called him a bitch last time, but
It's
if
like-
Kawhi does that, he's a bitch. He's a bitch, Kawhi.
yeah.
I know everyone's like, yo, Kawhi, we miss you. Please come back, man. Like, I ain't saying none of that shit because, yo, you would have been the MJ of Canada, bro.
But that didn't happen. It's
Hey,
done. It's a wrap. Let's get it out of here. We already
yeah, I
won a
mean,
championship. What are you gonna say about that?
yeah, Raptors won the championship, bro.
Like the fact that even
I remember,
happened.
I remember the last time the Lakers won a championship, right? Like back in 2010 or 2011, whenever it was.
Yeah.
I told my boy like 2 years later because the Lakers were like struggling, and I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck because Lakers are gonna win a chip before Raptors ever win one, right? And what happens, bro? Raptors fucking actually win one, and the Lakers win it the year later, like one fucking year later. Just because I said that shit. Just because I said that shit, Kawhi had to come here and hit that shot. But fuck, man, that was a sick trade. Got rid of DeMar DeRozan and shit. Get his bitch ass out of
Yo,
here.
man, everybody forgot about DeMar quick.
Yeah, bro.
Quick.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, speaking of DeMar, bro, did you hear about somebody broke in his house and shit? And this guy came through with the fucking chopper or some shit, like a sword
Probably
or some
Chris
shit.
Bosh, man.
What the fuck? This guy said it's probably Chris Paul. Why would you say that? That's a Raptor joke and a half, bro. That's a Raptor joke and a half.
Yeah.
Yo, KD's deadly, bro. Watch out for KD. He's back, bro.
He looks deadly every time until some shit happens. until he snaps some shit up. KD always looks good, man.
Nah, that only happened once, bro.
Oh, man, that was intense. I still remember that in the fucking finals.
KD's fuck ups was Westbrook. Westbrook was his fuck ups.
All I see is KD come back. He's doing a dance in the back. He's doing some like, hey, hey. And then he comes back. He's in the game and boom. He's
Were you the
done.
one cheering? Were you cheering? Were you cheering, dog? This is
No, I
a
was
moment of
hurt. It
truth right
sucks.
here.
No, I was hurt, even though I wanted Raptors to
You
win.
you
Because I don't wish that
lying.
on any athlete.
Yeah,
Right? I
yeah.
don't wish that on
As
athletes.
an athlete, if
Did I
you
win
guys don't
money?
know,
Hell yeah.
oh shit, you took the Raptors, eh? You took
I'm
the
from
Raptors?
always.
You took the Raptors always, eh?
Not
Are you
always,
about
but
to
yeah.
lose this year? Never
This
always, bro.
this
Come
year's
on.
undecided so far.
I mean, like if you're looking for a money train, you just hop on Nets, hop on Lakers, hop on who
I
else?
mean, like the Lakers ain't doing
Clippers.
so good tonight.
Yeah, yeah, but that's that. Their ring ceremony nights are like that, bro. Your ring ceremony nights are like that. The champagne's gonna pop and shit. You know what I mean? Like ring ceremony nights, is you get the ring, bro. You know. So and then you got to play a fucking game. That ain't right. You know what I mean? Like why are you playing the game after you just got a ring? Like it ain't right. But I mean, Clippers are ready because Clippers been playing together all fucking preseason, this and that. Where Lakers is just like, yo, they just played at the bubble. LeBron didn't play in the preseason. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi played every game. No, let's see. I think one of the key things to watch out for the Clippers, whether we don't need to review this game tonight because I think Clippers going to win. But I mean,
Oh, I
uh,
just put 200 on freaking Lakers right now.
whatever,
What do
man.
you
It's go.
mean,
It's
man?
go Lakers, anyways, bro. It's always go Lakers, bro. I mean, it's ring night, bro. They ain't gonna come back like that on ring night.
Why
They probably
not?
got. They probably fucking pop. They probably got the ring. Then they probably got to go back in the back. Everyone probably fucking hit a fucking champagne and shit. Then they probably like, all right, let's go ball. And then it's like, boom, Kawhi and these guys ain't playing tonight. Kawhi and these guys ain't fucking around tonight because Kawhi and these guys are mad, bro.
You
They
think
mad.
so?
Yo, we'll see. We'll see how mad they are. Because if Kawhi, I'll tell you this right now.
This would be sick if they come back right now.
Yo, there was a lot of things that LeBron said about Kawhi after that fucking chip, right? And
What do you say?
one of them was like, bro, when they were up 3-1 and shit
Yeah,
against the fucking Nuggets, and
yeah.
the Nuggets came back and fucking
Oh yeah, I remember that. But
and
what did
LeBron was talking mad shit about that shit on his podcast, bro. He was like, bro, we were laughing at them in the back, all the Lakers, the whole team, bro. We were laughing at the Clippers and shit, bro. That's like, you don't say that, bro. But LeBron said it.
well, let's see how many more chips LeBron wins, man.
I see, because it might be KD and Kyrie, his two enemies, and him in the finals. That would be epic. That would be the best finals we got in a while since like KG Kobe.
Yeah, that was nasty.
KG Kobe, and then you got Duncan LeBron.
Yeah,
And then you
those
got I guess the Warriors were too stacked, but that very first
Dirk
Warriors versus
Nowitzki, Dallas Mavs were nasty.
yeah. That was nasty, but it wasn't who did they play in the finals? The Mavericks. Yeah, I'm sorry, the Heat. Yeah, you're right. That was the epic finals. That was
Those
epic.
some nasty.
But it wasn't headliner names.
Like now it's like I don't know, man. It's
No,
just
now it's just because only because Kyrie left LeBron and decided to make a team with KD. That if and LeBron and KD been going at each other in the finals, and I think KD has three or two against LeBron, two rings against LeBron, and LeBron has one ring against KD. Right, so they've been going at each other. So this is if LeBron and KD face each other in the finals, this is kind of gonna determine a lot.
yeah.
This is gonna determine a lot, and I'm not a LeBron fan, so for me to pick the Lakers because I'm a Lakers fan and because defense wins, bro. And I think the Lakers defense is gonna be better by the time the playoffs come around than the Nets. That's my opinion right now. But I mean, the Nets are stacked. They're deep. They can shoot. We'll see, bro. It's like you said, bro. They look better than the Warriors tonight, but that's not true. That's not true though. That's like Warriors were like fucking shooting like I remember Klay Thompson hit like what like
I can
30 points and like
I can
eight
tell by the
shots or some
players'
shit.
height, flexibility, wingspan, and the way the ball
Speed,
was moving on
yeah,
the
yeah,
court with the
yeah.
guys in that like size.
And the way they were playing tonight was crazy,
Yeah, like they can
crazy.
get to A and B of the ball court so fast. You can tell how big like their steps are. Like everything is just different. It's
Yeah,
like John is just coming at you. Just boom,
yeah,
boom, boom, move,
yeah.
move, move. People, so
That,
it's
but that's
different
LeBron.
basketball.
That's
It's
LeBron
different
too, though.
basketball.
That's LeBron too, though, because LeBron's playing point guard with
No,
and he's running
LeBron's
and he's the biggest guy. And then they have fucking
LeBron's sitting on the throne right now. You gotta
Anthony
dethrone him.
Davis running the court with LeBron is fucking too scary.
Yeah,
As crazy as like KD and Kyrie is, like
but
LeBron
I
and
feel like
AD.
after some time, players figure out how this person's playing.
But the
Read
thing
the
is
player.
that that's true, right? But I feel like that only benefits the defensive team more than the offensive team. Like for example, you could shut down Jordan, but because their team, like Jordan, the Bulls, they were such a defensive team,
Hmm.
right? That if you make Jordan shoot a bad percentage, they can still beat you because they're still gonna hold you to under 90 points, 95 points. They're not gonna let you score 106, 109, 110, right? That's the same thing like the Lakers. Whereas Brooklyn, we don't know yet
Yeah.
because we haven't seen enough. Can
Hmm.
they hold teams to 80 points? Lakers had games in the playoffs last year where they were holding teams to 60 points, and it was like the fourth quarter, and then they would bench LeBron and fucking AD, right? The teams had 60 points in the fourth quarter,
Right.
like, in that Nuggets series, in the Houston series, and against the finals and shit. And I mean, you could say, oh, it's the bubble, this and that.
Hmm.
End of the day, when it's the playoffs, it's the playoffs. Everyone knows that,
I
bro.
agree. I agree. I
Right?
absolutely agree.
Like it might affect one player, it might affect two players. It might be like, yo, we're down 3-1. Let's just get out of the bubble. Let's go see our bitches. Let's get out.
For
Like I
sure.
agree. I agree. But I mean like when it's 0-0, when it's 1-1, when it's 2-2, like that game still matters. Like if like yo, Clippers were up 3-1 and then they lost three straight. Do you think that they were up 3-1 and they thought, yo, nah, we want to leave the bubble? Or do you think that they actually lost? You know what I mean? They actually lost. The other team actually was like, fuck this. Right? Like what's the chances, right? Like and people keep saying because that's the excuse, right? That oh, Paul George didn't want to play in the bubble. That
Hmm.
was their excuse, right? Paul George doesn't want to play in the bubble and shit. I don't know, man. We'll see, bro.
Yeah.
Like one of the key things this year we're gonna see is does Kawhi Leonard load manage? That's one key thing, right? The second key thing is what's his attitude near the end of the year if things ain't going great because he's at the end of a contract.
He's gonna go back to Toronto, man.
Yo, all this shit's to be determined, bro. But I mean, yo, that's enough for today, yo. Watch our basketball reviews and shit. We're gonna drop like all the big games. We should be back on Christmas Eve or sorry, Christmas night, I think. We'll see.
We'll be back for the next big game, man. Fuck all
Yeah,
this
yeah,
bullshit. All right.
yeah, yeah. Laker gang.